Well, we may be in spring, but it can still feel like the cold of winter are with us every now and again. And if you're struggling to keep warm, don't actually worry, because our gadget expert, our gadget guru, let's give him his proper title, Colin Baker, joins us as well. He's going to talk us through his top gadgets for keeping warm during the cold stretch. Now, Mr. Baker, you're very welcome. And,
Thank you very much.
I mentioned this a little earlier on. There is an electric heated vest, as in the kind of things we wear under our shirts, yes?
There is, and I foolishly wore it this morning, and it's been on all morning, and I'm baked. It's actually got built-in thermal circuitry.
Hang on a second, when you say vest now,
I'm thinking... You're probably thinking a vest under a shirt.
Yeah, kind of like the wife beater. You know,
yeah, this is more of a jacket, I guess.
That's a gilet.
A gilet?
Yes.
What the hell is that?
It's a sleeveless anorak.
You and your fancy words. It's a vest, whatever. Anyway, point is, back to on topic here. This has thermal elements in the torso of it and around the neck. And what it does is
when you say that, you mean it's got wires?
Yeah, effectively,
heating elements.
Heating elements like what's inside a toaster, except not quite as strong.
Okay.
And what it does is you plug into the pocket and into this connection any portable power pack. You know the little portable power packs that you get? And obviously, depending on the one you buy, it varies the amount of time it'll heat for. With this one here, I get about 6 or 7 hours of, high up heat.
And how
so there's a button on here.
Heat?
So there's actually 3 levels of heating here, and you can see the light comes on here.
Okay.
And I can just vary that level by hitting it once. There's 3 different modes and levels of that heat. So obviously you can work. I actually bought this from my mum before Christmas because she tends to feel the cold, and this has really made an effect.
And of course it's light. You can wear it under something.
Exactly. There's retro-reflective patches in the back as well, so it actually really does insulate. Even when it's off, it's quite a warm jacket.
And now
about €89. It's not overly expensive. Doesn't come with a power pack.
Okay.
But they can be very inexpensive. When you take that out and the cable out,
is it washable?
It is washable. That's the good thing about it as well.
Okay. And is there guaranteed shelf life with it?
Yeah. Well, certainly. I mean, obviously the only really consumable part of it, aside from actually ripping the thing or damaging it, is this. And of course, the nice thing is you can replace it.
Okay, that is the electric heated vest. It comes in...
Or gendelet, or
gilet.
Gilet.
All right, okay. Now, the Towerlay USB hand warmer and power pack.
Yeah, I thought this was a genius idea. We've all seen, as I just mentioned, the power packs, this device here.
Oh.
Now, obviously you can charge that off USB. It's like the power packs that you charge your devices with, but take a feel of it, grab it. There's 2 ceramic pads in it, and heating elements charge up and heat those pads. So it's a USB rechargeable pocket hand warmer. So you get a good amount of heat out of that. So if you are going out in the cold, you are going for a hike or a walk, there's a nice way of keeping your hands warm.
For €50?
For €50, exactly, yeah. And of course it charges your devices as well.
Oh, right,
that will give you, at full heat, I'm getting around charges up in about 3 hours, and I get about 4 hours of full heat use with that.
Okay, the Towerlay USB hand warmer and power pack, €49. Right, now is this Loytron?
Cloytron, I think is how they pronounce it. Cloytron,
well, it's 2 L's, Oytron.
Yeah.
It's a stay-warm heater.
Again, it uses ceramic technology, and what it is it's a very, very tiny plug-in heater. Very much like a fan heater, except a little bit more efficient,
now that you can actually
more intelligent.
There you go, right? Can you get that?
So you can see the plug's actually built onto it.
Okay.
So no leads to trip over, no heater to fall over. It does have overheat protection and overpower protection. So if somebody drops a jacket or a piece of cloth on it, obviously kind of dangerous, it flips off. If it's on for too long or it gets too warm, it flips off.
So this is basically like
it's kind of like a fan heater, except a little bit... It's only 500 watts, so it's a bit more efficient. You've got a built-in timer on the screen here. So if you say, I just want to heat this for 10 minutes, go away and not have to think about it, it'll turn off in 10 minutes. You can also set a temperature on the screen that you want the room to stay at, and very much like an air conditioner, it'll keep the room at that temperature, so when it dips below that temperature, this will turn on for a few minutes, bring it up to that temperature.
How big a room would it heat, Colin?
I mean, look, it is a small heater, but it's 500 watts.
So this is basically for taking the edge off
yes, exactly. They call this type of heating secondary heating, so it's not like your central heating. It's something for a cold area of the house or a cold office, not a huge warehouse, obviously, but it's €39. It's inexpensive. It's very easy to use.
And very economical to run.
Very economical to run as well, yeah.
Right. Now, the Lucht app-controlled electric radiators. Now, these start at €400, so we're taking a big jump up in price.
Absolutely. We talked about secondary heating. Okay. This is to replace existing central heating systems. And this is called a Lucht, and it's from Germany. Now, it has a 15-year guarantee. And this is to replace very much what we currently use out there. So I've long thought that oil heating up water or liquid and pumping it around your house, we all know how difficult it is to install a system like that, or to get plumbers and to maintain the thing when things go wrong. And I've always thought that electricity would eventually, and technology would eventually replace that. It has in the form of these things. So first of all, they're easy to install. They literally just mount on the wall and plug in. Secondly, they're very easy and convenient to operate. They're all app controlled.
Okay.
So through the app, you can set the temperature that you want each room to be at, or you can activate and change that. So I can say, well, I want the living room to be 23 degrees, and the radiator will raise it to 23 degrees. Because they're electronic, they're much quicker to heat up. So within 2 minutes, they're effective.
Okay.
You've also got Alexa control built in, so you can actually voice operate your radiators. Now, ultimately, not just does it mean saving in time and hassle and money, you've also got the fact that these are much more efficient than oil and gas and the likes, and traditional storage heaters.
Right. So now, the big question, I'm
save?
old enough to remember the original electric radiators, right? And yes, they're cleaner, yes, they're faster to heat up, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the one big issue with them always was the cost of them. They devoured electricity.
That's why back in the 80s you had the storage heaters with the bricks inside.
Electricity meter, like, whirring
around. But it would be at night when the electricity was a little bit cheaper, so storage heaters ran like that. But they're very, very awkward things and very expensive things. But I knew that technology would catch up so that they'd be able to deliver more heat more quickly. That's what they've done now. This is
you are
vastly
also
cheaper to
talking
run.
about 400 quid per radiator.
Oh, yeah,
your average house will have somewhere between 10 and 12 radiators.
Well, how much does a central heating system cost in terms of parts?
Well, it comes with a house by and large, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, maybe if you're doing up an older house and you're replacing an existing
and I'm sure
system.
the more of it they do, the more efficient they're going to become, and price will come
Mark,
down.
have you tried to get a decent plumber? You got to build that cost in as well.
My next door neighbour is one.
Well, there you go. No better man.
Yeah, but still, right, if you're looking for another alternative and you know, you have a budget for it, the Lucht app-controlled electric radiators...
You're talking savings of between 30 and 60% as well.
Okay.
So you're actually, it's paying back for itself as well.
And there is a 15-year warranty with them.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
We've kept the big daddy of them all to the end, the LBP solar water heating system. This starts, by the way, folks, please don't scream at us, this starts at about 4,200.
This is about changing technology, emerging technology into the future.
It's 24/7 virtual hot water.
Well, if you look at how do we heat hot water in a home at the moment? We use the central heating system, so that needs to be on. And if that's not on, we use a very expensive immersion system that looks like a bloody big kettle element, and they're really, really costly to run. You were talking about the electricity meter whirring around.
If they go wrong, they're really expensive to fix.
Now, this type of system means that it harnesses solar energy.
This is basically solar panels, isn't it?
Exactly. It's a 2-meter solar panel on the roof. It's a brain box of the system like this, the device we see on the floor, and it's a very heavily insulated canister that goes in your hot press. So it is a very, very much an installed system, a replacement of existing hot water systems. The difference is it's almost free to run. I mean, you're talking around about 30 or 40 euro per year per member of the household, assuming they have extensive use of hot water. This is your showers, your hot water taps.
When we say it starts at 4,200, will that actually get you enough heat and hot water for
24/7? We've got that fitted
for your average sort of two
well, actually,
adults
we've that fitted.
2 children, 4 children.
We've that fitted in the business in town, in the shop in town. That has a guest house overhead with 4 separate rooms and downstairs.
With a 2-meter solar panel on the roof.
6 staff with a 2-meter solar panel on the roof, and that's 24/7.
And that's providing all your hot water needs.
We've no electric showers or anything. It's always hot. There could be 5 or 6 showers on the go at the same time, and that system, I think that was about just under £5,000. I think we paid for it. But ultimately, over the year, I worked out that we'll save that. We'll make that back in 3.5 years. This is the environmental impact. There's the fact that there's been no servicing. And because it's a closed system and much more advanced than what we've seen before, they tend to be more fault tolerant.
So if you can afford it, it's the way forward.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for that.